The Suzuki Swift is one of the most popular B-segment cars here in the EU market, guys, and including globally speaking, guys. The Suzuki Swift has earned an unquestionable reputation for reliability. Now, that reliability stems from the fact that Suzuki cars are too simple. There's always so little to go wrong. It's not as complex as that of the Volkswagen Group B-segment cars, like the Volkswagen Polo, everyone. Now, I always found the Suzuki Swift to be one of the most underrated B-segment cars available in the automotive industry, guys, because the thing is, not many people talk about it, especially here in Europe, and then in various parts of the world. It doesn't really seem to excite anyone, except for the rally community or those who like to drift, guys. The Suzuki Swift has a reputation, but a reputation that not many people speak of. However, make no mistakes, these cars still see fame. They're still popular. Here in Belgium, I can confirm these cars continue to sell like hotcakes. Now here comes the exciting part, everyone. This Suzuki Swift costs 21,000 euros. There was a time when if a B-segment car costed that much, it usually indicated it was top of the range. This Suzuki Swift is not a top of the range, and there are visual reasons why, and I'm going to show you all in a moment. Exterior of the Suzuki Swift, everyone. It looks visually like the previous generation. In fact, it's just more round edge and more interesting. In fact, Suzuki has made it more like a mini SUV or something, mini crossover SUV. At least that's the style they were aiming for, guys. I like the rear design, guys. It looks, it kind of reminds me of the Suzuki Alto, judging by the way the rear light is designed. A few times I actually confused it for an Alto. Now, what I really like about the Suzuki Swift is the color configuration for the paintwork, guys. If you go to the configuration on the website, it is amazing. They have a lot of choices. Here are some advantages you get with this Suzuki Swift. Over here is a 1.2 hybrid petrol engine. Well, we call this mild hybrid, guys. Now, this engine produces 61 kilowatts. I know it may not sound like much, but believe me, it's more than enough for a B-segment car like the Suzuki Swift. Super light, which means the acceleration should be like a rocket. And the biggest advantage with this engine is that it's very cheap to live with, guys. Cheap to tax, cheap to insure, cheap to refuel, cheap in many senses possible. However, if you are going on a road trip, yeah, don't expect the most out of it. You get heated mirrors, everyone. You guys get doors that are very light. However, everyone, it is not all pink roses. There are problems we're going to address. 21,000 euros and you don't get alloys. You get a plastic hubcap. No parking camera and no parking sensors at all. No parking sensors at the front or at the rear. Now that is very, very alarming, guys. These side indicator lights remind me of the 2000s. It's time to check out the interior of the Suzuki Swift, everyone. So you can adjust your steering wheel. You can only adjust it up and down, but you cannot adjust it in and out, guys. Otherwise, you do get a nice manual seating adjustments, guys. Now, the interior is good, but it's very basic. It kind of reminds me of the same layout as other Suzuki cars. They tend to be very basic with the interiors, which equates to their reliability. But would you really expect that for a price of 21,000 euros? Oh dear. For a B segment of 21,000 euros, pretty alarming, almost like an A segment car to some extent, guys. Visibility outside is very good. I like the fabric seats. The fabric seats are very durable, but there's only fabric here onto the door, but then across the interior it's all hard plastic, and you do get this white trim right here. And that's about it, guys. So over here, interior of the Suzuki Swift, everyone, uses your climate controls, your air conditioning. Yeah, I mean, more like air conditioning, not climate controls, but yeah. Anyways, infotainment system, well, it's just a radio, really. There's no navigation or anything. You get your mirror controls right here, central lock button right there, and your window buttons. Now, the driver's side window is automated, but not the passenger side, and the rear passengers get crank windows. Now, this steering wheel is a 3-spoke steering wheel, guys, and it is fully loaded. Like, there's a lot of details on it. USB points down there, 12-volt socket over there, and you get 2 cup holders of fixed sizes and a little storage space down there. That's going to be ideal for your telephone. Now, let's check out the glove box. The glove box is... oh, well, the glove box is pretty small for its segment, because most B-segment cars tend to have a compensation. If there's a small central console, they offer massive glove boxes, but that can't really be said about the Suzuki Swift. Oh, the door, guys. The door bin can't really fit a big water bottle, but it can fit a small bottle. But the pocket is quite long. That's a plus. Now here's something funny, and I also noticed the same problem on the Suzuki S-Cross. So, this is the door, right? It's unlocked. Now it's unlocked, right? Now let's say I lock it from the driver door. Okay, it's locked now. I literally cannot open the door. Usually it's universal. In any car I've sat in, the driver's door can open regardless of whether the door is activated, whether the door lock is activated or not. But in this Suzuki Swift, if your door lock is activated, it is activated until you disactivate it yourself. It's time to check out the rear seats of the Suzuki Swift, guys. Now, Suzuki has stuck to the concept of having the rear door handle up here instead of having it conventionally down here, giving it a coupe vibe, guys. So let's check out the rear seat. Now this concept is something I find a bit troublesome, because when you have shopping, guys, it's not always going to be easy to open. Anyways, let's check out the rear seat. First problem, no handle right above here. For some reason, the only person in this car that gets a handle is the front passenger, guys. Knee room, pleasant. Leg room, pleasant. The thing about knee room is that it can be limited depending on the seating adjustment of the driver and the front passenger. Otherwise, rest assured, there's no hard plastic. It's all fabric, guys. So if your knee makes contact with the seats, it'll not be a problem. Now, when it comes to pockets and practicality solutions, for some reason, the passenger side, the driver passenger back seat gets a pocket, but not the driver's seat itself. So I can only imagine why, but yeah. When it comes to headroom, I have a lot of headroom, guys. There's no complaint, and the headrest is soft. It's appropriate for its segments, guys. It's too dark in the back, guys. That door bin can only fit a bottle, guys. Nothing much. And there's this little pocket right here to pull the door closed. Surprisingly, when the rear seats are folded down, you can actually move houses in it. It is time to check out the boot space of the Suzuki Swift, everyone. Alright, first thing I like is that the door is super light and there's exposed metal, just like an A-segment car. Now, the boot space is a bit small, but I guess we can perceive this as average for a B-segment car. Maybe smaller than average. I can say that already. Already I see there's a hook there. There's a beacon of hope lighting, but what I do not see is any 12-volt socket, guys. Now, for 12-volt socket to be absent on a B-segment car, that's a very common practice. It's not even something I'm going to dwell on. Here's my conclusion of the Suzuki Swift, everyone. I have to say that the Suzuki Swift is one of the most interesting B-segment cars currently available. However, it is underrated, and it seems to be underrated for a reason, guys, because now, for a price of 21,000 euros, here we arrive at a big question. Is it good value for money or not? I was very alarmed by many things, guys. It's become painfully obvious that Suzuki has kind of lost contact with the EU market. I don't know if it's a loss of interest or something, because the Suzuki Acros, then the Suzuki Swifts and everything, which were basically rebadged Toyotas, and then this, guys, for 21,000 euros. The thing is, when B-segment cars arrive at this price, they usually offer a lot of goodies. Some even offer keyless entry at this price, guys. 21,000 euros, can you believe that? And this Suzuki Swift doesn't even offer parking sensors on the front and at the rear. And the interior doesn't even have an infotainment system. It's all, yes. So the point is, for a price of 21,000 euros, I would say this Suzuki Swift is good value for money. Now, the reason I didn't say okay value for money is because You see, the thing is, this Suzuki Swift is reliable and it has a reputation for it, and it is something unquestionable in that regard. This is why it escapes the okay zone. It stays in the good zone, guys. However, guys, there are many benefits. This is an all-season vehicle. You can enjoy it in every season, and it's just a good A to B machine, something you don't have to worry about. You want my opinion of the Suzuki Swift? My humble opinion is I love it. This Suzuki Swift is one of the most promising B-segment cars, and I actually love this car because it is something really, really fun to live with, fun to drive, and it can be one of the best B-segment cars currently available today, primarily because they are reliable, guys. There's so little that will go wrong, guys. Do you really need a lot of premium features in these kind of cars? No, you don't. You just need to drive from A to B when you get a B-segment car, and you can move houses in them. That is the point. However, there is just one problem. The price tag of this very Suzuki Swift, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that are on the run, everyone. And please let me know in the comment, what do you all think of the Suzuki Swift? Do you think it needs a change, or do you think it's perfect the way it is? Let me know what you think, guys.